What's up, guys? XRPC here, and we're going to be doing a live breakdown of the new Chrono Odyssey developer interview. I've never seen this before, but I could tell you guys that this game is awesome. So let's get into it. I could already tell everything we're going to see here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I had like the screenshot thing and you could just hear me do screenshots or something, because that'd be hilarious. I would do it right there. Look at this. I would do it like here. Oh yeah. Hold on. Look at that. Cinema. I don't care about any other MMO anymore. This game visually has like my entire. I love the horror, and I love like fantasy, and this game really gets that like cosmic horror, crazy, trippy, like Oblivion Gate. Like you walk through an Oblivion Gate and you're just in hell. Like that's literally like you're like this is like Dune, or this is like Doom. There you go. Like what the Doom guy has a fight on daily basis. Look at that. Look at the moon. Or is that a moon? Look at that. I didn't even notice that at the beginning. I mean, it goes like some Skyrim level, like village, and then it has like this giant snake. Like is that a cat eye or a snake eye, where it's like the slit in the middle, like dragon eye. Like they use it for a lot of things, and it's like, bro, like in the distance as like the overarching like sun or moon for the area. That is so cool. Okay, that's the Archer, the Rain of Arrows, classic. So this game, so that you guys know, is a new MMO RPG by Cacao Games. It's action based, no like tab targeting or anything like that. Similar to like BDO, except more grounded. BDO is like hyper anime, flying all over the place and doing all this stuff. This one's more grounded, where it feels a little bit more on the like Dark Souls Elden Ring side, while still feeling like a faster paced combat. Dark Souls and those are like big hit, wait, big hit, wait, big hit, wait, and maybe once in a while you have like the moves, like this, like the weapons that can be decently fast. This game is the mix between like the fast, like is pretty much like most weapons will feel like the bled katana or something like that. You know what I mean?
저는 크로노
Ignore
이세를
this. I don't know
해봤고요.
what. If you guys can tell me in the YouTube in the comments, how do I get rid of this freaking bar at the bottom of my screen, man? I'm using Google
테디
Chrome.
윤상태라고 합니다.
Okay, my name
Hello,
is
my name
Sante.
is Don, and I'm one of the product managers working on
Hey,
Chrono
what's up,
Odyssey.
Don? If you guys haven't joined yet, they have an official Discord in there. If you guys see me in there and see me have a timekeeper role, the timekeeper role means I play the early testing of this game. So I'll just let you guys know too. I play the early testing of this game. I cannot speak like anything like on it, but I did play early testing. It's visually shown in the Discord. So
이의
I have the
제작을
little orange
시작하면서
timekeeper
핸드
role.
컨텐츠뿐만 아니라 성장 과정 자체가 즐거운 게임을 만들자라는 생각을 하게 되었습니다.
Okay, so everybody here are the playable classes. In the beta that's coming up in June, I don't even know the date, but in June, sometime in June, either first week, second week, third week, fourth week, sometime in June, we're gonna be able to play the game, but we're gonna be able to play 3 characters. I'm pretty sure it's like warrior. Hold on, let me get it. Oh, Chrono. There you go. Chrono Trigger pulled up. He actually was, I'm pretty sure, inspired by Chrono Trigger for this game. Let's see. Make sure you guys go. There you go. Make sure you guys go to their Steam. You guys get so much information here. You can join their Discord from here, like I talked about. They have a partner program. If you guys are a content creator, please join this. I just had it open too. That's so annoying. Where is it? I hate my life that it closed. It literally closed on me. I think it's like Hunter, Warrior, like this dude right here. Hunter, and I think it's like the Mage. I think that's the 3 classes. If I'm wrong, then whatever, dude. I don't know what happened. I hate Steam. It like randomly like updated closed, and then like I just lost my pick where I was. Oh my gosh, look at that.
누군가와 경쟁해서 승리하는 것보다
Rather focusing on solely on competitive aspects, we want players to explore seamlessly without any loading screens.
필드를 누비며 때로는
That's what the one cool thing about WoW after all this time is it's never had loading screens.
낚시를 하고 혼자선 버거운
Or teaming up,
몬스터를 친구들과
fishing,
함께
or teaming up
모여서
against powerful
그런
monsters.
MMORPG라서
This degree of
하기
limitless
수 있는
adventure is
낭만을
unique to
게임에 담고
MMORPGs, and we
싶었습니다.
wanted to bring this same spirit to Chrono Odyssey. Look at this cinema. Look at these art. Like, whoever was on the art team, man, these people are cooking. Look at this. Look at this thing, dude. Holy. Dude, if he handed that to me, I'd be like, promotion.
크로노 오디세이의 세계는 단순한 판타지가 아닙니다.
I don't even know what it is,
낯설고
but promotion.
위압적인 그리고 경외감을 느끼게 하는 세계였습니다. 영화 프로메테우스에서 보여주는 코스믹 호러의 분위기 그리고 스타크래프트 저그의
Yeah, okay, here you go.
친구처럼
Okay, so we drew inspiration from the cosmic horror vibe of Prometheus, as well as instilling palpable fear of an encroaching threat to humanity, similar to the Zerg and StarCraft. That I could totally get that cosmic horror vibe of Prometheus, with its like, it looks like people's faces are like morphed into this giant like obelisk, and then you have like this Zerg threat that could like end all of humanity. It's just like endless waves and waves and waves of them, and it's just like. It's pretty much like if you guys ever play like Warhammer Space Marine or anything like that. Like it's always like this crazy hype, like this threat constantly on humanity. Warhammer Space Marine gets crazy because it's like orcs and like the goblins or like the like all the different alien races and things like that. Then they have the bugs and
이런 감각과 상황을 크로노 오디세이의 세계에
this game is mainly like demonic stuff. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. Oh, okay, hold on. So it showed concept art. Now it's showing us what it looks like in the
크로노
game.
오디세이의 세계에 담고
There's a
싶었습니다.
lot that even when I played early testing, there's a lot that I've never even got to see. So I'm pretty sure like what you guys are playing in the beta is what like the little I got to play. So I don't know anything like past like a certain point. I won't say what I seen, but even then, there's stuff like I'll say like what I didn't see. I'd never seen a lot of this. Pretty much most of this video is gonna be probably showing random tidbits that they've never shown us. So.
크로노 오디세이의 주 무대인 세테라는 과거와 미래가 충돌하고 신과 인간, 보이드라는
Laws of reality come undone as gods,
존재들이
humans, and
얽히며
unknown entities known as
우리가
the void
알던
come to a
세계의
end.
법칙이 무너진 공간입니다.
Gods versus humans versus these
유일신이
unknown like
개입하지
demonic
않는
entities,
세계,
huh?
그리고 그 틈을 노려
Divine order to boundaries
차원간의
between dimensions
전쟁과
collapse,
침공을
giving
그린
rise to war and
설정은
invasion.
우리가 기존 MMORPG에서 보지 못했던 거대한 스케일과 혼돈과 절망을 표현하고 있습니다.
This is the one MMO I could say might get close to like a Shangri-La
거대한 힘에
frontier
맞서
level like
버티고
type game.
때로는
If they
과거와
can keep up the
미래를
updates on it and
넘나들며
keep doing it as good
세상을
as they are.
바꿔야 하는 존재입니다.
Saying it's
강하기만 한
goes beyond
몬스터를
simply
사냥하는 것이
dealing
아니라
defeating powerful
이질적인 힘에
monsters.
맞서고
Our goal is to immerse
성장하며
players in an epic
플레이어가
narrative where they
거대한
must
이야기
confront
속의 일부가 되도록
forces far
만들고
beyond their
싶었습니다.
comprehension.
오래전부터
Chrono Trigger is a game that has very
생각했던
lasting
게임은
impression on
프로-
me. Bruh. Telling you. Hold on. What the? Steam is bugging out. All right. Look. Look, bro. Look. I literally just bought it on my Steam too, so I could actually play through it.
시간이라는
And before this video, even, I was like, oh, it's on sale.
특별한
buy
MMORPG에
it.
시공간을 접목시킬 수 있을지 가능은 한 건지에 대해 많은 이야기를 나눴습니다.
Wow, that really is Prometheus inspired.
결과적으로
That weird
크로노
film on their
오디세이의
body.
세계관은 코스믹 호러와 시공간의 설정을 기준으로 탄생하게 되었습니다. 모두가 MMORPG에서
Many believed
불가능할
incorporating
거라
space-time manipulation to an MMORPG was
시공간의
impossible, but we brought it to light through a system called the Chrono
크로노텍터라는 이름으로
Sector.
게임에 담아냈습니다.
Introducing Chrono Odyssey.
크로노 오디세이는 단순히
I want to make it clear that we didn't develop
기술적인
Chrono Odyssey just to
정치를
showcase our
보여주기 위해
technology.
개발된 게임이 아닙니다.
There is sometimes
Unreal
game
Engine
developers who do that
five를
just to
선택한
flex
이유는
and show
최신
like,
기술을
hey,
자랑하기
even if
위해서가
this game
아닙니다.
fails, we just want to
우리가
show you guys what we
머릿속에
could do, so then we get funding for the
평화로운
next thing. The next
이질적인
thing.
차원으로부터
We chose Unreal Engine
충분한
5 to bring the chaotic
상황을
world of
구현하기
Satera to life
위해서였습니다.
as we'd imagined it.
그래서
That just looks so
Unreal
man,
Engine
just-
5를 사용했다는
If all the
사실을
cutscenes just look that
강조하고
good,
싶진
my
않습니다.
goodness.
대신 이 기술을 통해 우리가 상상했던
Players have
세계를
fully experienced the world we
플레이어가
envisioned.
온전히 체감할 수 있도록 구현했고
I just love this game. Does have parkour
자기도
elements. It's
모르는
just so
사이에
good. Look at that. Look how amazing this game is.
이질적인 힘의
You have
영향을
hyper
받고
like
있으며
parkour,
끝없는
like
혼-
Assassin's Creed, like mantling and boom, and you could jump and glide to something, and like, oh man, dude,
이동 속에서
you guys are gonna love this
생존해야
game,
하는
man.
존재가 되도록 만들고 싶었습니다. 이 게임의 핵심은 현실과 비현실성,
blend of reality
익숙함과
and
낯선의
unreality.
공존입니다.
The familiar and the
크로노 게이트를
unfamiliar. I don't
비롯한
think I've ever heard of
대부분은
unreality. Is that a
인간이
word?
만든
Is that a word, chat? Please put that in the comments down below. Is that a word?
것 같지만
Is that
인간의 손으로 만든 것이 아니며 멀리서 바라보는 것만으로도 압박감과 위압감을 느낄 수 있도록 디자인되었습니다. 숲, 호수,
we
산맥
portrayed
같은
natural
다양한
environments such as
환경은
forests, lakes, and
최대한
mountain ranges as
사실적으로
realistically as
표현했고
possible to further enhance
플레이어가
players'
직접 그
engagement and
안에 들어가
immersion.
있는
Okay.
듯한
I mean, just
몰입감을 줄 수
looks, yeah,
있도록
it definitely
했습니다.
looks immersive.
하지만 이 세계 곳곳에는 논리적으로 설명할 수
Otherworldly
없는
entities that defy logic
이질적이고
and
거대한
comprehension.
존재들이 자리하고 있습니다. 세테라의 환경 또한 빼놓을 수 없을 것
I mean, sure, it
같습니다.
goes beyond just exploration.
이곳은 플레이어가
Invading across
탐험하는
dimensions
장소가
of
아니라
void wheeled power
이해할
no
수 없는
ordinary human
거대한
can resist.
존재가 우리를 내려다보는 공간입니다. 차원을 넘어 침공해
Dude, what?
보이드는
That's
평범한
crazy.
인간은 감히 저항할 수 없는 힘을 가지고 있으며
God
그들의
dang.
흔적은 세계 곳곳에 남아 있습니다. 우리는 현실적인 환경과
we'd be here for 2
초현실적인
hours and I
공간을
kept pausing to
뒤섞이며
figure, look how
질서가
amazing it
무너지고
looks.
인간이 감당할 수 없는 거대한 공포가 서서히 밀려드는 세계로 만들고 싶었습니다.
What sets Chrono Odyssey apart? People might not like me for this too, where I say this, but bro, honestly, I'm more excited for Chrono Odyssey than Dune Awakening. Even when I got into the Dune Awakening beta, I was like, man, this doesn't. It feels like it was lacking something. It feels like if they maybe had another year to cook and had a little bit more ideas, it would have more oomph, but it felt like it was lacking something. And maybe it was just because Dune is was weird, like it's just open deserts, and then randomly you run into like a building and then it has stuff in it. And then it's open deserts and you randomly run into a building and it has some stuff in it. This game is like every environment is just looks like you walked into a new gate of hell itself. And it's just like, what the hell? And then you go into like, then it still has like human areas because it's like you have like going to hell, then you have the human zone, and then you have the god zone. And like the human zone is like, and then you have time, like Chrono Trigger. So you go like back in time, you can go forward in time in the future, and like you have like futuristic elements, and then like the past is like prehistoric looking elements and whatever, you know what I mean? Like that's why like this game like just looks so crazy. Like they had the winter like beat up village, like looked like it came out of Vinland Saga, then all of a sudden you just walked into the a new Doom game, you know what I mean?
오디세이에서
I feel like that keeps it more, that keeps you more engaged.
탐험과
Dune Awakening is just
자신만의
desert on
이야기를
desert on
만들어가기를
desert.
원했습니다.
More desert and a
기존
little bit more desert.
MMORPG는 메인 퀘스트 라인이 강하게 잡혀 있어 대부분 유저가 똑같은 루트를 따라가게 됩니다.
Yeah, that's true.
하지만
Linear
크로노
MMO
오디세이는
style
그런
is
틀을
kind of
깨고
boring now.
유저가 직접 세상을 탐험하고
Oh,
발견하는
like ESO.
재미를 느낄 수 있도록 설계했습니다.
Wait, like they're doing like an
크로노
ESO.
텍스트를 사용하며
I love that. I
과거의
love
흔적을
ESO for that.
추적하거나
They have the best
미래를
story
미리
to me
엿보는
where it's
방식으로
like
탐험이 가능하며
you can just do it in your own way. It just feels
흔적을
like a normal
조사하는
ESO game
과정에서
or Elder Scroll game.
시간을 조작해
While investigating ruins, they can manipulate. They say right here, manipulate time, reconstruct
과거의
past moments, and
모습을
discover
재현하는 방식으로
entirely new
새로운
routes
길을 찾을 수도
because he did
있습니다.
that.
단순한 퀘스트의 해결이 아니라 유저가
Completing
직접
quest, players witness
세계의
world changes and
변화를
pieces of an epic
탐험을
narrative.
통해 이야기의
I like
조각들을
that, though.
모으는 방식입니다.
It keeps you
여러분의
always wanting to be like,
호기심에
oh, look at this. This place.
메인 퀘스트 라인뿐만
Who
아니라
who else hates it when a game makes a cool area and the area has nothing to do with anything? The area is just useless. I hate that. I hate that. I hate exploring and then you just realize after a while they just wanted to do it to do it. There's like, I thought it'd be cool to throw that over there.
시련,
I know there's also something on
필드 보스
right here.
사냥 등
Ignore it. It's
다양한
like my green screen and
컨텐츠들을
everything.
발견하실 수 있습니다. 저희는 게임 내
Oh, wait, what the
대부분의
heck? I was missing an
행동들을
important.
발견할
Aside from the main questline, players can enjoy a variety of content, including trials, labyrinths, and field
수
bosses.
있습니다.
You guys are gonna love the world bosses.
저희는 게임 내 대부분의 행동에
Most in-game activities grant
경험치를
experience
분배하여
points, allowing
있습니다.
players to reach max level through
채집과
gathering and crafting alone.
제작만으로도
Hold on,
만렙을
hold on. For my peeps, let me just say it is a little boring, but I do enjoy it from time to time. But the people who can sit there all day, I respect you. You make the marketplace what it is, and this game is respecting your time. And he's literally saying that you could literally hit max level by just being a gatherer and a crafter. Now, a lot of games have tried that and said that, but I want to see if they really can do that. I don't remember that in the stuff I got to test, but I only got to test like a little bit of stuff. So I want to really see like truly like a dude go from the beginning of the game to real end game, like actual, like all the way through whatever they plan for full content release, and you be able to just go all the way to what max level is. Just by
달성할 수
purely
있도록
going in the
설계했습니다.
world and crafting.
기존 MMORPG에서는
And
생활
can your
콘텐츠
gear get
유저들이
like, can you
소외되는
get
경우가
endgame gear
많았습니다.
with crafting?
하지만
Because no
크로노
MMO really ever does
오디세이에서는
that.
탐험과
We build
제작만으로도
a system where players can
충분히
progress through
강해질
exploration
수
and crafting
있도록
while still
했고
benefiting and trading and
이들이
sharing
전투
information with
유저들과
combat-oriented players.
거래나 정보 공유 등을 통해 서로
Oh my
이득을 볼 수
god.
있는
If it's as
구조도
fun,
만들고
I actually
있습니다.
like New World gathering
유저가
crafting.
원하는 플레이 스타일을
If
자유롭게
it's that
선택할 수
fun,
있고 게임 내에서 다양한 방식으로
I might
성장할 수
partake in it.
있도록 하였습니다. 또한
We
정보를
also minimize in-game
최소화함으로써
guidance and encourage
유저 스스로
curiosity and let player. Yeah,
탐험하고
yeah, yeah, yeah.
발견하는
This game doesn't hold your
재미를
hand,
느낄
that's
수
for
있도록
sure.
설계했습니다.
Which is actually gonna help guide content.
많은
Anybody who's a content creator
MMORPG가
out there,
특정
this
역할을
game's guide
감당합니다.
content is gonna go crazy because
탱커,
this game does
딜러,
not handhold
힐러로
you
나뉘고
at all.
그 역할에
Only in the
맞춰
slight beginning, I
스킬을
think,
찍고
and then
장비를
that's it.
맞춰야 합니다.
Tank, DPS,
하지만 크로노
healers.
오디세이에서는
Wait.
그 역할에 맞춰 스킬을 찍고 있다. 탱커, 딜러,
Okay.
힐러로
Oh, yeah.
나뉘고 그 역할에
Each with its
맞춰
own
스킬을
skill builds
찍고
and gear
장비를 맞춰야 합니다.
requirements.
하지만
But Chrono
크로노
Odyssey breaks away from the
오디세이에서는
traditional model and encourages
그런
players to progress
정통적인
however they
방식을
wish.
벗어나 유저가 원하는 방식으로 성장할 수 있도록 만들었습니다. 크로노
We wanted
오디세이는
every battle
한
in
번의
Chrono Odyssey
전투에도
to be
집중할 수
meaningful.
있도록 설계되었습니다. 단순한 수치 싸움이
Whoa,
아니라
that looked awesome.
패링과
They implement parry and dodge mechanics and ensure outcomes.
전투의 깊이를
Wait,
더했습니다.
did they always have that?
또한 특정 클래스에 집중되지 않게
I might not remember
모든
parrying
유저가
that. I think that's
자신의
new.
역할을 수행할 수
I think I remember
있도록
dodging, but I don't
설계하여
remember parrying.
전투의 자유도를 높이고자 했습니다.
Wow.
MMORPG에서 흔히 볼 수 있는
Rather, that's gonna be sick in
대규모
PvP.
공중전이나
Okay, hold on,
투기전
hold on. PvP. I'm a PvP head. I love PvP in every MMO, and if it has bad PvP, I don't play the MMO. I literally will not like the MMO if it doesn't have good PvP. Except for Final Fantasy 14, I thought it was pretty good for a while. I still respect it for being a great PvE MMO, but I just love PvP. Rather than sticking to conventional MMORPG content like large-scale siege battles or arena-style PvP, we aim to deliver a unique experience through a distinct PvE/VP system. So like Shangri-La Frontier and King's Avatar. Have you guys ever seen like those animes? Like pretty much every anime that's about an MMO.
단순 PVP 콘텐츠
Wait, like what do they mean by that though?
PVEVP 방식의
Oh my gosh, you could be doing a dungeon, and then I can come in there and be like, "What's up? What's up?" Wall dodging the boss, parry the boss. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Hold on,
차별화된
hold on,
콘텐츠를
hold on,
제공하려고
hold on. They're cooking.
노력하였습니다.
Oh my goodness,
Chrono
these are
Odyssey는
tossed.
기존 MMORPG와는 다르게
And it's an action-based game, not tab target. Not tab target. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Take tab target and push it over there. Nobody wants that. Or like there's like it literally is just like in a sense like a dying breed because like it's so hard to make a new tab target MMO and like make it fun for one the younger audience and then the older audience of people in MMOs. All they're doing is playing Final Fantasy 14 and WoW and like Guild Wars 2. They literally will stick, and this is how older people are. Anyone who's like 35 and older, which is like a lot of MMO players sometimes, they will literally only play like one game for the rest of their life. That's okay. They're okay with that. They'll play one game for the rest of their life. They'll try all the time. They'll always try a new game, but they don't want to. And they'll try it just because maybe their friend group is trying it out, and then they'll try to like tell them, even if they are the only ones that go back to WoW, they will literally go back and sit on WoW. They'll go home, crack a beer, and play WoW all day long. They've been doing it for the last 20 something years. So those people, you cannot get that community of people. You have to get the action gameplay is just how you get the newer audience at MMO, because there's not really like a truly good action MMO right now other than like BDO, and BDO is just annoying and grindy. Then you have like Lost Ark, which a lot of people quit and it was just annoying and grindy. And then you have like New World, which is like decent, but like it's still just annoying and grind. It was like the grind was just super annoying for no real payoff. At least BDO has like payoff at the end, and you could do like a little bit of end game content, kinda, but it's still just really just farming the same thing over and over. Lost Ark has crazy raids and has cool payoff at the end. It's just the most grindy. So
함께 즐길 수 있는 게임입니다. 처음에는 한두 명이 멀티플레이로
they really need
시작하고
something like this.
천천히
Look at like how do you see?
늘려가는
It's
방식으로
like, okay, so you see how I said it's like BDO where it's like things are flashy and you're doing a little bit of flashy things, but it's more on the slower side. Kind of like Lost Ark, where Lost Ark is like this top-down like ARPG, but it always felt like more impactful in like chunky hits and you had to like slowly dodge roll. Some characters have barely any movement, so you had to really master the systems of the game to really play that character. So it feels more like that compared to like BDO where it's like like doing flips and like flitting all over the place, you know what I mean? And so that type of game still exists with BDO. If you want that, you go play that, you know what I mean? But this game is more slow and methodical. Not
소규모 인원이
too
함께
slow,
즐길
but
수
it's
있는
like, you know.
게임입니다. 처음에는 한
Like right here,
명이
look.
멀티플레이로 시작하고 천천히 인원을 늘려가는 방식으로 유도합니다.
Like you're actually
맵
comboing and things
이후에도
matter.
최대 5인 파티를 유지하고
Dodging matters,
함께하는
parrying
동료로서의
matters.
경험, 즉
Even at max level, the game encourages players to stick with a 5-man party, emphasizing our vision of shared. Okay.
우리의 모험과
I'm glad they're not
탐험의
trying to do
방향성을
cons. Like
가져가고자
I do want to
했습니다.
raid, but I definitely
처음에는
like
저희도 기존
want a lot more
MMORPG처럼
smaller.
모든 역할을
Because like I feel
제공하-
like MMOs are better when you have like a 5-man to 10-man group of friends to play with, right? Nobody ever is going to have those guilds that are like 20, 30, or like 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 200, 1,000. You know what I mean? Like Throne Liberty, this Warborn game that's that's out right now that's like Planetside and Albion put together. Like those games are zergy. You really need like you're not gonna have fun unless you're in the biggest guild on the server. Like that's it. Like if you're not the biggest guild in the server, don't play. That's how those games feel. You're not gonna be able to experience the real PvE in the game, and PvE is just you're always gonna be begging people to let you join their like raids and stuff. So it's like I could feel that where like most people they don't want to get into MMOs because they're always like by themselves. Maybe they have like one or two other friends that play with them, and that's it. So like these guys are like focusing on smaller group play, dungeons, and then maybe they'll have like a raid or two. You know what I mean? Where like max is like the big contest raids. Because like even open world PvP, it's not Zerg at all. Like you can't. I don't even think you really can. I don't think there's no benefit to it. And like the dungeon thing, like you can't like all of a sudden like 100 people just flood into the fucking dungeon and you can't even see what's happening. You know what I mean? Like that's just not how it works. I'm pretty sure even when you jump into a dungeon to fight somebody in there when they're doing it, there's probably like a limit to how many people can be in that dungeon.
어쌔신이나 레인저 같은 클래스가 탄생했고
Assassin and
기존의
Ranger.
탱딜
We introduce a variety of weapons that move
벗어나
beyond fixed
좀더
roles
유연한
and
플레이가
support more
가능하도록
flexible and varied play
다양한
styles.
무기를 통한 스타일의 변화를 넣었습니다. 무엇보다도
Above all, it was important to
힐러나
ensure
탱커가
the
솔로
healers and tanks
플레이에서
wouldn't struggle when playing
불리하지
solo.
않도록 하는 것이
I kind of
중요했습니다.
want to play tank in this game because I always loved playing tank in MMOs, but I got scared off of it for a while because one, you can only have so many in your like raid team, right? You're only gonna have like 2 tanks, maybe you have 3 just in case one can't be there or something. But like, I do like tanking a lot. Like it's like there's a lot to it, and it keeps you like engaged all the time. So you're not like I swear sometimes when you're DPSing, you're like going brain dead, and you're just like doing the same combo and over. And then like tanking, you're like boom, boom, shield, boom, taunt, boom, dash over, shield, boom, boom, taunt, pull this way, boom, focus me, boom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, AoE, gotta bring him over here. Doesn't hit my team, boom. And then the DBS are just like, walk to the left, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, walk to the right, 1, 2, 1. You know what I mean? Like healers and tanks are fighting for the goddamn life, trying to be either keep everybody alive or keep the boss off everybody to keep everybody alive. DPS are just sitting there hitting their head on the keyboard. I feel like
그래서 힐러라도 혼자서 충분히 성장.
if you're a DPS player, like, cause I swapped the DPS in a while for Beast and Bid and all those other things. I'm sorry, like in Final Fantasy 14, I enjoyed Samurai and all that, but like, man, it's brain dead, bro. I'm sorry. Just saying. Playing DPS is very easy. Just saying. Don't hate on me.
수 있도록 설계했습니다.
Don't hate on me.
MMORPG라고
Playing DPS is super easy.
반드시 파티를 꾸려야
It's the
하는
easiest in
것이
any
아닙니다.
MMO. There's a reason why there's 20
전투도
DPS and there's only like
유저가 원하는 대로
2 tanks and
경험할 수
like
있게
8
하는 게 우리의 목표였습니다.
in a raid.
크로노 오디세이의 전투는
Combat in Chrono
단순한
Odyssey
스킬
revolves
연계가
around a weapon
모두
swap system in
스왑을
lieu of
활용한
skill
기술이
chaining.
있는 전투 시스템을 지향합니다.
Oh yeah. Okay, so everybody has 2 weapons. You can see right here. It sucks as covering, but yeah. So like you have a bow and arrow, and there's like a rapier. They said a couple of the weapons that characters get like online, but like from the top of my head, the ones I know are public, like this bow and arrow, rapier, big berserker guy has an axe, obviously, like a 2-hand sword or something. So it's like things
한
like
가지
that.
무기에 의존하는 전투 방식과는 달리
Right there, the
두 개의
warrior
무기를
guy. He has like a
자유롭게
sword and
전환하면서
shield. He's more the
전투 전략을
tank.
짜는 것이 핵심입니다.
I think this is also no. I think that's the
무기
rogue
수업이
actually. I think
너무
that's the rogue.
복잡하거나 부담스럽지 않을까 고민했습니다. 하지만 자연스럽게
We either would
플레이어가
add meaningful
필요성을
depth to
느끼게
combat
만들면
if players
오히려
can
전투의
naturally
깊이를
understand
더할
its
수 있을
value.
거라 생각했습니다. 그래서 게임 초반부터
Look at this, man. It just looks like you're playing like an Elden Ring MMO.
하게 하고
Oh my
하나의
god. Look at that
무기만
boss fight.
사용하면 스킬 쿨타임이
Look at like it literally had like it was literally like boom, spin, boom. Watch it again. Look at the mechanics of it, and you have to understand. And it has every boss in this game, even like the war bosses, have certain mechanics in a row that you can easily do and beat. Like, dude, you could literally beat a war boss to like 3 people, like on some Shangri-La Frontier shit. Like,
전투의 깊이를 더할 수 있을 거라 생각했습니다.
it takes some time, like Shangri-La Frontier, but you can do it. Look at see how like it boom and he spins and he does a big spin as the final spin, dude. As you understand the combats, that's gonna. This game takes a lot of skill, man. If you like that, this game's for you. Exactly why we're introducing an elite boss early in the game, so players who only use a single weapon will struggle due to skill cooldowns.
돌아오지 않아 불리한 상황을 유도했습니다.
They want you to struggle. Hell yeah.
자연스럽게 무기 스왑의 필요성을 체감하게
They actually grasp the importance of weapon swapping. Based on the philosophy of easy learn hard master, redesigned Chrono Odyssey's combat system to be accessible for everyone. I'm just glad this type of game is like also like an MMO and just like not this like stereotypical like, oh, we're just gonna make this like a Dark Soulsy single player game. We have so many of those. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I want an MMO, man. Finally, like after all these years, people were like, we have too many. Bro, there hasn't been a new, true, good MMO in like years. Like what? New World came out and then everyone stopped playing. Lost Ark came out like a year or two later. Or did Lost Ark come out before New World? I can't remember. I think it was New World came out, then Lost Ark came out. Yeah, and then it was like Throne of Liberty came out. And then like Warborn's like finally playable in like 2025. Throne of Liberty came out early 2025, I think, or like late 2024. So like, and then that was it. Like, what other like giant new MMO came out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just been old games.
엔드게임에서도 무기 스왑을 활용하는 것이 필수적인 요소가
We believe, and then all the other failed games that lasted like a week or two. Yeah, there's those, but like, I mean,
패시브 버프를 제공하며
I don't count games that lasted like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
실시간으로 조합을 변화시키는
It's also passive progressive bus, letting you shift your setup in real time during combat. Since each weapon features a distinct playstyle, your playstyle can change dramatically depending on which combination you choose.
전투가 스킬 숫자와 허드의 정보에
We didn't want to combat to rely heavily on HUD and on skill numbers or HUD elements. Thank you. I do like how they kept the skill numbers in there, like when the things pop up, bam, damage numbers. I'm one who loves damage numbers, and I really do feel like it adds more to the gameplay and makes you feel like you're doing something. I don't mind. I love Monster Hunter Wilds. I like Monster Hunter. I like the thing in Lost Ark sometimes, or where you're doing like the Monster Hunter style fight where there's no damage numbers and you're just like this endless boss fight until it ends. Sometimes that feels cool, but that's a small minority of people. More people want to see this health bar go down and damage numbers pop up solely because it makes you feel like you're doing something. Like you genuinely feel like, and you're like, man, like, okay, like, okay, this boss is like halfway dead, guys. We're on to this next phase. Like imagine the Lost Ark bosses with like 350 health bars and like certain health bar thresholds or certain phases, and there's like 100 phases on some of those and there's raids. And imagine, bro, like you had to do that, no health bar, no damage numbers. You had literally no things to go off of. You just knew that, okay, oh, she started this animation, she's about to go into this phase, guys. Get that. And it's like you could do that, but it literally would feel like it's endless. Like that fight lasts like 20 to 30 minutes, bro. So that 20, 30 minutes, you literally would be going like this. Like, you'd literally be knocking.
직관적으로 자신의 공격 패턴을 만들고 테크닉을 활용해 적을 상대하는 과정.
And using techniques against enemies so that combat feels fun and engaging. That's what I can say for sure. Combat in this game, fun and engaging. Fun. You can just visually see it's fun. But it is fun if you have like second guesses. Chrono Odyssey's combat and weapon swap systems are simple at their core but carry much depth. When players switch their weapons, the flow of battle shifts again. Wait, right here, see right here, look. I'll show you. This is a berserker guy right here. See, he went to an axe from okay, see, he went from like a one-hand axe to a giant two-hand axe. And they're completely different. One, he's using controller, by the way. Right there. So controller support, automatic, on PC as well. Boom. Swaps, boom. 4 skills, 5 skills, 6 skills, or those passives, I can't remember. It looks confusing with a controller. Because I'm not really, I've never played with a controller. Left side also had skills, by the way.
크로노
I think that's what
오디세이의
their direction pad.
세부적 콘텐츠 기획에
When developing
중요하게
Chrono Odyssey, our
적용되었습니다.
philosophy around combat and
이번
adventure.
CBT의 전투는
CBT combat is
크게
divided into
1인
two main
도전형
types: single
콘텐츠와
player and party-based
파티형
content.
콘텐츠로
Chrono Gates and
나뉘게 됩니다.
Trials and Expedition Dungeons,
1인
region bosses.
도전형
So region boss is the one I was
콘텐츠에서는
saying that you literally could beat with like 3 people if you want, but it takes like 15, 20 people, and then realistically it's a war boss. And then Expedition Dungeons are just dungeons, and then Chrono Gates are like, these are single player things, so like Trials and then Chrono Gates.
플레이어
That
게임,
one thing where he was fighting that boss with the crazy like lightning axe, it was like and slamming the ground. I'm pretty sure that was a Chrono Game.
인의 실력과
Or it could be
전략이
a trial. I don't
무엇보다
remember.
중요하게 적용됩니다.
Pretty sure going
이
again.
콘텐츠의 핵심은 플레이어가 스스로의 힘으로 한계를 돌파하며 성장하는 과정에 있습니다. 대표적으로 크로노 게이트가 이에
Chrono Gates are a
해당합니다.
good example.
강력한 보이드
One-on-one battles
사도와의
against powerful
1대1
void
전투에서
apostles. Players must
플레이어는
read enemy
상대의
patterns and
패턴을
respond
파악하고
strategically.
전략적으로
Void apostles sounds like a
대응해야 합니다.
freaking
이 과정에서
berserk thing.
캐릭터의 성장과
Each encounter will hone their skills and strengthen their character.
높아지도록 설계되었습니다.
The crossbow, the
난이도는
archer, the ranger,
높지만
the crossbow.
클리어 시
The difficulty is high, but so is the sense of
특별한
achievement and the
보상이
value
그만큼
rewards.
크게 와닿을 것입니다.
I could say for sure those
또
definitely
다른
felt amazing.
도전형 콘텐츠의
I only got to do like
시간은
one of them.
단순한
Trials are another
전투
single player
이상의
experience designed to
경험을
offer more
제공합니다.
than just combat.
다양한 시공간을
Players will travel
넘나드는
across time
이
and space, facing
콘텐츠에서는
puzzles, traps,
퍼즐,
and randomized
함정,
mechanics, creating a new experience
기믹
with every turn.
랜덤하게
Oh, that's
등장하며
just slow. My
매번
gosh!
새로운
Look at this.
플레이 경험을 제공합니다.
Oh,
이 과정에서
oh
플레이어는
my gosh, this
단순히
game.
전투 실력만이 아니라 순간적인 판단력과 창의력도 시험받게 됩니다. 파티형 콘텐츠는 협력과
Party-based content
전략의
that
조합을
emphasizes
통해
teamwork,
더 큰 도전을
strategic
이겨내는
coordination.
구조로 설계되었습니다. 원정 던전이
Expedition Dungeons are a good
대표적인
example.
예로
Designed for
3인
three-player
관전
parties
파티로
where
구성되며
each player
각자
takes a
다른
unique role,
역할을
making
맡아
teamwork
협력하는
essential.
것이 중요합니다. 기존 MMORPG의 대규모 레이드와는 다르게 짧은 시간 동안 집중도 높은 협력 전투를 제공하면서도 적은 인원으로도 충분히 전략적인
I kind of
플레이를
hope they
즐길 수
don't just
있습니다.
stop at this and not do a raid where like 8 people. They don't have to do WoW raids where it's like 20 people, but like, I think even like ESO has like an 8-player raid. I think New World added a raid. I mean, I like dungeon content. If they could add like a ton of these, that'd be awesome. And they could add like some kind of end game system where there's a reason to do them at like maybe the max level. It turns like, you know, there's like a Final Fantasy 14 system where like you could do like the super hard version of these that are like dropping like whatever material you need at the highest levels, and certain ones drop a certain one of these, and like there's more mechanics and stuff like that. That would be sick if you can get that out of this game. But I mean, I'm down for just the 3-player dungeons and then the world bosses for the
여러
start.
파티가 힘을 합쳐야 공략할 수
I think
있는
just that
대규모
plus
레이드로
the PvP
지역의
and then you could hop in and kill people while doing it and all
가디언과
those
맞서
stuff
싸우는
would be enough.
콘텐츠입니다. 이 보스를 터치하면
Wow.
얻을 수 있는 고유
Or a
내러티브
unique link to the
장르는
game,
유저의
equipment linked to
성장뿐
the game's lore, not only strengthening the character but also revealing more about the world
게임의
itself.
세계관을 더 깊이 이해할 수 있는 열쇠가 됩니다. 이 두 가지 전투 콘텐츠의 방향성은
Both solo and party
명확합니다.
content serve a
이렇게
clear
설계된
purpose.
전투
They're not just there to help you
단순한
progress.
성장 수단이 아닌 유저가 직접
They're designed to
느끼고
give players a focused
경험하며
goal and gameplay, something to
성취감을
really
얻을 수
feel
있는
accomplished while
핵심적인
playing.
게임 플레이를 목표로 하였습니다. 1인용 도전 콘텐츠에서는
Skill and
개인의
strategy,
실력과
but party-based
전략적
content
사고가
requires teamwork and
요구되며
coordination.
파티형 콘텐츠에서는 팀워크와 역할의 분담이 중요해집니다. 유저들은 각자에게 맞는 전투
In Chrono
스타일을
Odyssey, players
선택해
can choose a combat style that fits their
자신만의
playstyle, allowing them to
방식으로
experience the game in a way that
전투
feels
시스템을 즐길 수
uniquely their own.
있습니다. 탐험과 컨텐츠는
Exploration is
크게
divided into two
개인
types of
경험
content,
중심의
player-driven and
콘텐츠와
goal-oriented.
목표
There's
지향적
player-driven
콘텐츠로
content
나뉩니다.
where it's labyrinths and time portals, and then goal-oriented content with bounty hunting. That is definitely new. I've
개인
never even seen
경험
that in my
중심의
life.
콘텐츠에서는
That is cool.
오픈월드를 자유롭게 탐험할
Bounty
수
hunting.
있습니다. 게임 내 숨겨진 이야기를
Our goal is to
통해서
encourage players to
다양한
discovering
경험을
hidden
쌓아가기를
lore and carving out
바랬습니다.
their own
이
path.
과정이
Bounty hunting, is that
캐릭터의
like
성장과
player versus player, or is that
더욱
like
깊은
a boss, like
몰입감을
a random
제공하고자 하였습니다.
crazy boss you had to hunt
가장
or something?
대표적인 예시가 미궁입니다.
Labyrinths are a prime
시공간이
example.
뒤틀린
These
구조로
twisted rifts
이루어진
in time
이
and space are filled
던전은
with puzzles and
퍼즐과
moments of
탐험이
discovery.
어우러진
Oh, they
콘텐츠입니다.
had a parkour dungeon.
왜곡된 시간의 흐름 속에서 숨겨진 길을 찾고 보물을 발견하는 과정을 통해 전투의
Or I guess more so the
피로감을
puzzle
벗어나
dungeon.
탐험의 재미를 느낄 수 있도록 구성하였습니다. 최초 클리어 시에는
A special treasure
특별한
waits at the
보상이
end of each
주어지며
labyrinth, along with the
이후에도
possibility of
새로운
uncovering more
비밀이
secrets.
발견될 가능성이 열려 있습니다. 또한 타임 포탈은
On the other
플레이어가
hand, time
과거의
portals let players step
시공간을
into the past.
직접
Yep.
체험할 수 있는 콘텐츠입니다.
So this is where like the Chrono Trigger
과거로
element
이동해
comes in,
특정
where they're like
시간대에만 존재하는 희귀한
they really
세계모드,
wanted to like being able to go back in time and you get to see why these people all got messed up and killed, or you get to go forward in time or whatever.
스토리 조각을
You're
발견할
always
수
living in the
있고
present, but you
이를
get to do
통해
quests that could
크로노
go
오디세이
back in time and
세계관에
forward in
더욱
time.
몰입할 수 있습니다. 현상수배는
Okay, bounty
탐험과
hunting
목표
blends open world
지향형
exploration with goal-oriented gameplay, giving players a clear sense of direction. Oh, so is this kind of like Lost Ark has this like boss system where you can go down the line and boom, and then now you're on these bosses, then you're on these bosses, then you're on these bosses, then it's like these guys are like the final ones you farm, or what is this? I wonder how like the
패치가
rewards for that are
결합된
gonna be.
형태로 오픈월드에서 유저가 해야 할
Wait.
영역
Oh wait, it's gonna make you fight an elite in the open world? Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I thought it was like a dungeon or something you would do. It's like a quick boss battle.
이
No, you're gonna go hunt this dude in the
필드를
open
자유롭게
world.
탐험하면서도 명확한 목표를 제시해 유저가 방향성을 잃지 않도록 설계되었습니다.
That could be really
특정
cool, man.
음상범을 추적하고 처치하는 과정에서 자연스럽게 새로운 지역을 탐험하고
Players will naturally come across new areas
숨겨진
and gain
비밀을
opportunities to
발견할
discover hidden
기회를 얻게
secrets.
됩니다. 현상 수배의
Bounty
목표는
hunting isn't just
단순한
about
몬스터
eliminating
사냥에
threats.
그치지 않습니다. 세테라 주민을
It
위협하는
places players in the role of a
분들을
peacekeeper,
제거해서
removing
세계의
threats and
안정을
restoring
가져오는
calm to
역할을
Cetera. Oh,
맡게
just a
되고
lore thing.
그
Okay.
과정에서
That purpose adds meaning to the
게임에
experience,
더
making
몰입할
bounty
수
hunting
있는
feel even
경험을
more
하실 것이라
immersive.
생각하였습니다.
We'll see how
크로노
immersive it
오디세이의
gets.
성장 시스템은
For character
전통적인
progression, we took a
방식을
different
벗어나
approach. So this
플레이어가
crafting
선택한
progression said that
방식대로
players can develop
자유롭게
their character
캐릭터를
freely based on the
발전시킬
path
수
they
있도록
choose.
설계되었습니다.
So this is
그
crafting right here.
중심에는 제작과 강화가 있습니다.
Crafting and
최적의
enhancements. Crafting and enhancements. Combat, boss battles and dungeons, non-combat crafting and gathering.
과정을 통해 희귀한 재료를
So those are the two
얻을수록
character
높은
progressions that
등급의
you could do.
장비를
Or you
제작할
could do
수
both.
있고 이
Obviously, I feel like
과정에서
realistically you'd
단순한
probably do both.
수치적인 상승을 넘어
But more so on the
플레이어가
combat side. But
직접
then there's people who
성장의
might do
결과물을
both, but
만들어내는
more so on the
성취감을
crafting and gathering
제공하도록
side.
하였습니다. 강화 시스템의 전투,
Enhancements are
탐험,
powered
채집
by
등
materials
다양한
earned through
활동을
various
통해
activities like combat
강화
exploration.
재료를 얻을 수
There's so many
있어
ways to obtain these
플레이어의
materials, players can
다양한
progress their
플레이
character according to their
스타일에
playstyle.
맞춘 성장이 가능합니다. 강화 실패에 대한
We've also
부담을
reduced the risks
최소화했으며
tied to enhancements.
전투에서
So even when
성장이
progression
많을 때
slows, there will also be another
새로운
way to grow
성장의
stronger.
기회를 경험할 수 있습니다. 이 두 시스템은
crafting and enhancement
서로
systems are
긴밀히
deeply
연결되어
connecting.
있습니다. 전투 중심 플레이어는 보스전과 던전에서 재료를 얻어
Those preferred to
성장할 수
combat route
있고
can still reach the highest level purely through crafting and gathering.
전투
That's
중심의 유저도
good because there is a
채집과
lot of people who are
충분히 강한
anti-combat. They're like so weird about it, and I mean, like, I'm sorry, I was to say that's weird. You're like anti-gameplay, but like, I mean, I guess like as long as the crafting and gathering is that good in the game, hey, dude, bro. Be that Agile guy from SAO, bro. Run your own blacksmithing shop, bro. Do whatever you need to do. That's how you feel like you run a shop in real life. You want to run a shop in the game. You just constantly working. You're just a working type of guy, bro. Go for it, dude. Do it.
캐릭터로 성장할 수 있습니다.
I'm glad they're letting you
결국
guys
크로노
be able to,
오디세이의
you know,
성장은
enjoy the game.
플레이어의
Very small
선택에
minority of
따라
MMO
결정되며
players, but
각자의
they're there
방식으로
and they're allowing it.
자유롭고 깊이 있는
In the end, progression is shaped by player choice, offering more freedom and a deeper, more enjoyable experience. I think that's why it's never like that in most MMOs. They try to limit how much you could craft and things like that because sometimes they think it's going to mess up the economy or players will get too strong too fast. And if they get strong too fast, they will get bored of the content, which then they stop playing the game. And then they may come back every big expansion drop or every big content drop like they do like those monthly or every bi-monthly content drops. Maybe they'll come back for that or something, but you like most game devs want you on the game for live service all the time. And yeah, like usually if you get too strong through crafting and like you can just give people the best weapons in the game, best gear in the game, like people that see it as like dumb, but I don't know.
성장의 재미를 느낄 수
I don't know.
있습니다.
I feel like it's cool for them to be able to just do it whenever they want. Oh, roadmap. Wait.
이번 1차 CBT는
The upcoming CBT will be the first public test of Chrono Odyssey. Our goal isn't to present a perfectly polished version, but to gather feedback from players and to continue to improve the game.
게임을 더욱 발전시키려는 과정입니다.
One of the core elements we're
Okay.
focusing on during
Thank
the
God I don't
CBT
read.
period is improving the multiplayer experience.
Tell me.
An MMORPG should be all about playing together.
Tell 'em.
And we want
Tell
to
'em,
make sure
Don.
that's reflected in Chrono Odyssey. We'll be working on content density to make the world feel alive and continuing our efforts to make exploration more immersive and ensure there's a strong sense of discovery as you journey throughout the world.
Just look at that in the background. And like, it's crazy to think like a lot of people saw that initial trailer because that was from the initial trailer, and then they skipped that in some of the newer trailers. But like, people thought they looked at that and said that is fake. There's no way the game looks
To
like
make the
that. The
world
game looks
feel
like that, bro.
alive.
I can't say much, but I can
Continuing
tell you
our
the game
efforts
looks
to
like
make
that. This ain't no fake
exploration
game,
more
bro.
immersive
Like
and
this
ensure
game will change our lives, hopefully, as long as they keep it going with after the game. Because usually it more matters about what happens after launch. The initial game though is about to be all I'm playing.
there's a strong sense of
I'm playing this in my game Unazuma 11 Victory Road, but that's more of a personal thing for me. This game is gonna be just taking my life over. The combat amazing, graphics amazing, bosses amazing looking, everything graphic like this. The art style is sick. The time element is cool and works well, and like everything they've done in this game is just amazing. Everything is about this is just
discovery as you
amazing.
journey throughout the world. In Chrono Odyssey, there's no right or wrong way to progress. Whether you enjoy crafting, gathering, exploring, questing, or simply engaging in combat, the game is designed to reward you for playing your way.
저희는 크로노 오디세이라는
MRPG
세계를
genre was the
선택함으로써
ideal fit to portray the world of
MMORPG라는
Chrono
틀이
Odyssey.
가장 이상적이라고 생각하였습니다. 그렇기 때문에
To build a living dynamic world, we're
계속되는
planning
세상을
to
만들기
introduce
위해서
new regions and create
지속적으로
unique content
새로운
centered around the
지역을
themes of time and
추가하고
space. Yup,
시공간을
thank you,
활용한
Lord.
독창적인
Keep that going
콘텐츠들을
throughout ever.
확장해
If they lose the
나갈
if they don't do that, they
시공간의
lost the
내용을
plot. Because that's the one
일반적으로
reason I want to
떠올렸을
play.
때 생각되는
Instead of relying on traditional
포탈을
portals,
통한
we're
시간
playing a
이동이
system
아니라
where players can move
미래와 현재를
between different timelines
실시간으로
seamlessly.
만나려면
Like what, like 2B Hero X, I do snapping his fingers and there's a different art style and stuff. Hold
퀘스트를
on.
진행하는 방식을 연구하고 있습니다. 또한 기존 MMORPG처럼
We're also aiming to move away from the usual
한
structure where you
지역이
must
끝나면
clear one
다음
area to
지역이
access the
열리는 게 아니라
next.
유저의 행동에 따라
Instead, the
세계가
world
변화하고
evolves the
새로운
player's
탐험
actions with new
요소가
areas
자연스럽게
unlocking as you
해동되는
explore
구조를
further.
만들려고 합니다.
I honestly did kind of
우리는
feel that
크로노
earlier
오디세이를
on,
단순히
so that's pretty cool that
시스템적으로
that's what they're
확장하는
aiming for.
게임이 아닌 유저가
That's
직접
ESO, I'm telling you
세계를
right now.
변화시키고
After they did the big overhaul to
나아가서
ESO a while back and
살아가는
made it a good
경험을 할 수
game,
있도록
that's what they did. They
알려고
just made it so you could do whatever storyline you want at the start and go anywhere you want and do anything in any order you
싶지
want.
않았습니다. 게임을 개발하면서
What matters most to us is
가장
creating a
중요하게
game that
생각했던
grows and evolves
건
alongside
유저들과
its
함께
players.
성장하는 게임을 만드는 것이었습니다. CBT에
To everyone joining the upcoming
한
CBT,
가지
there's one thing
부탁드리고
we'd
싶은
like
게
to say.
있습니다. 퀘스트만 따라가지 마세요.
Yep, don't just follow the quest line.
Chrono
I see that.
Odyssey isn't about moving from one objective to the next in a straight line. We want you to embrace the
Wow,
spirit
look
of
at these fights,
exploration,
man.
share your discoveries with the community, and find your own way through this vast, mysterious world.
1차 CBT에서
Our first
여러분이
CBT offers
경험하게
just a
될
glimpse of all what
내용은
they
크로노
offer
오디세이의
prepared for
극히 일부입니다.
Chrono Odyssey.
본편이 끝난
The story will
이후에도
continue to unfold after
새로운
launch of the new
이야기들이
region
계속
classes and
펼쳐질
rendering
것이고
content.
더 많은
Okay.
이전과 클래스 그리고 탐험 요소들이 확장되며
Wow, man,
게임의
this visually,
세계는
man.
점점 더 넓혀질
I know I'm
것입니다.
glazing, but I'm
크로노
glazing for a good
오디세이
reason.
개발진들은 유저 여러분들이 만들어가는 여러분들만의 이야기를 기대하고 있습니다. 이번 CBT를 통해
Based on the
받은
feedback from the upcoming
피드백을
CBT, we'll
적극
keep improving or
반영하며
finding the experience.
지속적으로 게임을 발전시켜
I can see this game releasing
Our goal with Chrono
August, which is
Odyssey
gonna
is
suck
to
because I have
create a
like my Inazuma game's coming out in
broad
August.
global
No.
appeal,
Our goal,
bringing
or maybe
players
September,
together
which then
from
Borderlands 4 comes out in
diverse
September. I'm like,
backgrounds to share
no. Why is everything
immersive
always gonna come out at the same
MMORPG
time?
experience.
크로노 오디세이 세계에서
We can't wait for you to
여러분들을
step into the
기다리고
world
있겠습니다.
of Chrono
많은 기대
Odyssey. Please look
부탁드립니다.
forward to the
곧
CBT.
만나 뵙겠습니다.
I'll see you again soon. All right, guys, what do you think? That's Chrono Odyssey. Join playtest in June, for June 2025. Please request access on Steam or whatever system. I'm pretty sure it looks like it might be on everything. Oh no, playtest will save. So yeah, so it's easier to do it on like just PC alone. So like, if you guys want to try that with the game, request access on Steam. Don't do it like a day before and then all of a sudden you don't get in and get all mad. Make sure you guys do it now. This game's sick. What do you guys think about it in the comments down below? I know it's sick personally, but I've already played it, so. But I want to see how you guys feel about it. How you guys feel about, like, you know, how there's like PvEVP, like you could be doing the dungeon boss and then somebody could just pop in with certain dungeon bosses. Not all of them are like that. Some of them are straight up like literally just a normal dungeon. But there's some things where like you go in there and then there's like a big dungeon boss and then somebody can go in there and kill you and take what the rewards. But like a true dungeon, there's like true dungeons where it's like from beginning to end type thing. So you don't have to worry about somebody taking your loot in there. I'm pretty sure. I don't even think you take loot. I think it's just you miss out on this. Now you have to go back in and redo it. You know what I mean? I don't really know how they're gonna fully like flesh that out. There's not like full loot though. But it does have like that kind of element to the game where it's like it feels like somebody can kill you at all times. And just in a sense, it just like messes with the time investment thing more than anything else. And it's just because like, oh man, now we gotta all respawn and run back over there. You know what I mean? Oh man, I think there's repairing gear, so it's like, oh man, our gear's messed up. We gotta go back and repair, and then then we can go back in. And that's what I liked about like Shangri-La Frontier. Let's say like okay, like I'm not trying to spoil like a part, but like there's like one of the main 7 world bosses, like the 7 world wonders that nobody like once they die, they're dead and no one else is allowed to have the glory of taking to kill and the rewards that come from it, like the legendary rewards. They don't really have that in this game, but like it's kind of like that were like people were all fighting in a sense to the death on the way to the boss and they all fight each other and they snuck away to go fight it, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff can happen. So hopefully it fleshes out to the point where this is like the MMO that we've been waiting for, pretty much whatever MMO that takes that mantle is going to be big as bit like WoW and all that. So hopefully it's this game. I think this game is super good. What do you guys think about it in the comments down below? Please let me know, and then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. This is a long video.